So that is why, like, I'm trying to figure out how did he learn about me? Because I don't know. Like, I'm grateful. I am grateful and thankful for people following me. But when I realized there is basically a streamer that streams kinda as regular as I do, or less regular, or more, I'm just like, if I don't recognize them, I'm like, where did you come from? Because if I felt like I recognize a name, like someone I've seen in someone else's stream, it's understandable because I either talk to them there or I like interact with people because I am in friends' streams. But then we have the people that I have no idea about. I'm like, who are you? I'm grateful, but who are you? Okay, I'm gonna just start the game for me here so I can actually see stuff. Oh fuck, I'm gonna do voices. Why do I have crisps today? I'm gonna do voices today. Alright, I don't need to actually sing this because we actually did the voice for this already. After the morning dance of devotion, to go back to my chamber, I got the notion. Chambers on the way to the temple's treasure room. Yeah, if we check this map, it is... I feel this is a pun, but I'm trying to figure out what it is. There is like, I'm still standing, but that's not it. Okay, let me check something. And I stand... Because I thought it was a pun for I am still standing. But that's not the thing. Okay, hold on. And I stand... Hin. Yeah, there we have them. I'm gonna search for pun. Okay. Pretty sure it's peace and love and understanding. Oh my god. Okay, fair enough. So apparently his full name is Peace, Lubin, and Understanding. So people say they're pretty sure it's supposed to be peace, love, and understanding. Understanding that is actually might bad that to be that as a pun, but it is so difficult to understand that. But apparently it's peace, love, and understanding. Jesus Christ, okay. I for some reason thought it was like I'm still standing, but no. Ah, his room is up there. Don't you know my chamber's on the way to the temple's treasure room? It is! Because if he comes from the big chamber to the right here, performance hall, to get to the treasure room he has to go past his own chamber. And his small footsteps I can quite clearly hear if anyone to the treasure room goes near. Albin was the only one. Albin was the only one. Before the blackout, one other than Roll, only Albin the treasure room did stroll. The sole key for the treasure box. A notice from the day of the incident, the defender's fingerprints were found on there. That doesn't really help. All the shutters. Okay, let's start pressing this first, just in case. feel like something that is going on here, even though it's the first one. I have a quest. Fuck, I'm gonna do voices. Oh. I will look at crisp. God damn. Oh, lay it to me, man. How dare you interrupt the performance of a great piss Lubin and peace, love, and stuff. Like, I can't take that seriously. There isn't really any reason I should take it seriously. I was really enjoying that. Sorry, but, you know, there's something about that name I can't put my finger on. I wasn't funny about peace, love, and I can't even say it now without thinking of peace, love, and understanding. I have a question for... Fuck, I didn't really manage to read that. You were playing something during the Dance of Devotion, weren't you? I know it, baby. I was playing a beautiful girl right here, this Damal. And offering to Her Holiness, I play the music and the singers sing the song a sermon. I'm trying to find a way of like sounding like fucking high, which is not easy. Mr. Understanding, the plane is the best in the kingdom. I must please Her Holiness greatly. Now then, could you continue with the testimony? Understanding? For the Holy Mother, I keep trucking on. That doesn't work. Fuck, I'm trying to find... Did I do a voice? I still need some plucking. I can't. I'm trying my best to find a voice for this guy. I can't find a good voice for this guy. Like tired, perhaps. Could you please point out one more time where your chamber is located? Ah, yes, no sweat. My chamber is on the way from the performance hall to the treasure room. So no one going to the treasure room would have to pass by Andon Standin's chamber. Okay. Any small footsteps, okay. Even from inside your chamber, you can still hear what's going on outside. The temple is groovy old build. A build from Mother Nature's finest. You can hear a pin drop through the wooden walls, yeah, dig? In an old building like that, I guess the walls must be pretty thin. And that's how Mr. Understanding could know the culprit's movements. It's all thanks to the Holy Mother's divine protection. Alright on, my man. I dedicate this testimony for Her Holiness. I am still questioned because there's like, he was the only one, he wasn't the only one. I could tell the footstep was from Albeed just from the sound of the footsteps. I'm just pouring myself a drink here. Albin's is practically family, man. The smooth groove of his shoes are easy to pick out. But how do you know he went to the treasure room? Didn't you think it was possible he went to the storeroom at the other end of the hall? No way, man! I saw him with my own 2 eyes. You saw him? Why did you have it go so long with P? I was about to basically try to sing this, but then it just stopped my P. It's like, wait, hold on, what are you talking about? No, I'm not going to do that. And my tray in the treasure room, this you can't believe. My peep the sneaky LB. I'm not gonna sing Revolution. No. I can deal with him. I can deal with him. I'm not gonna make anyone else sing. From my window I can see the window of the first floor hallway across the courtyard the other day. And through that window I saw I'll be walking to the treasure room. There we have it. Yes, add it to your testimony, you bugger. Could you please add a statement to your testimony, Mr. Understanding? You got it, brother. Kinda like the sound of this instrument, though. Okay. Smack! There we go. That's what I was looking for. There's something off about that, Mr. Understanding. My music is off. I'm sorry you feel that way, man. Maybe this vibe isn't topping the charts where you from. What's your poison? Orchestra, just so. There's nothing wrong with my ears, witness. There's something not quite right with your eyes. Mr. Understanding, you've been lying to this court. Now, why would I lie? I got nothing to hide. I can't even do the rhythm he does. It's very difficult. Truth and truth alone, that's all I see. Lying you all, now lying ain't my thing. I really hate singing this. You don't know how much I just want to smack my face on the table right now. I contend otherwise. Do you recognize this object, Mr. Understanding? It's a temple notice, man. What of it? In this notice, the following instruction of the temple monks is written. All of the hallway shutters will remain shut for today's dance of devotion. What you talking about, Phoenix? I'm talking about the fact that from your chamber, you couldn't have seen anyone going into the treasure room through those shutters. Looks like you didn't get the memo. No way, I don't believe it, man. If you don't believe it, why don't you read the notice for yourself? Wait, you can't read? Is that your idea of reading? I'm not so hot at reading, Curainese, man. I usually get one of the other monks to read stuff for me, you know? Fair enough. For some reason, because I couldn't read, my mind just went to... Q. I forgot what her name is. Q. Something like Q. No, Subako? No, Subako. Sukaku! Sukaku was the name, from Senseless Zone Zero. Senseless Zone Zero. Because apparently, she can't read, I didn't know that. Alright. Does that make your duties as a head monk a little difficult? Cut me some slack, man. I only moved to this country 6 months ago. That's quite recent, isn't it? So, how did someone who's only been here 6 months become head monk of a temple? How little you understand! Religious fate can't be measured in months or years. I realized I would thought of how easily people just get executed here by the will of the spirits. I've only been here and read Quranism for 3 months myself. The Holy Mother's teachings really spoke to me, prompting me to stay in this country. It was the fact that there was no lawyers here that spoke to you, huh? Yeah, probably. Oh, Mr. Pay, I don't know how you feel, my man. Her Holiness teaching spoke to me true. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Brother Dumb and Brother Dumber, yes. Well, I know Mr. Payne suddenly became a believer in Quranism. But could understanding have had an ulterior motive for becoming a believer too? Mr. Understanding, were you really in the chamber as you claim? What? Hey, bro, be chill, brother. Weren't you instead somewhere else?
Mr. Wright, what kind of nonsense are you spouting now?
According to Mr. Understanding's testimony, he saw Albie with his own eyes. Therefore, is it really nonsense to suggest he could have seen Albie from somewhere else?
Well...
Do you have a Fuck, I don't know why I got fucking superhero mode there. Do you have a theory? Dead fence? Do you know where Mr. Understanding was? If not, his chamber. I feel doing this case a little easier because I don't do like the same sort of raspy voice. Here comes the judge. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of doing it a bit different. If Albie had gone down the hallway towards the treasure room, there are only a few places he could have seen Albie from. I do have a theory, Mr. Magistrate. Let's say the witness really did see Albie going towards the treasure room. What then? The defense proposed this is the only place you could have seen Albie go down that hall. I would say around here. Oh, there. But you just suggested earlier that that's where the true culprit might have been. True, but no matter how I look at it, this is the only place Understanding could have been found. It could have been. Mr. Forge-in-Law, don't tell me. Are you accusing Mr. Understanding for being the true culprit in this case? Yes. Yes, Your Majesty. I contend there is a strong possibility this witness is the murderer. And yeah, people don't really like that because everyone here is so goddamn religious that anyone that is a head monk has basically immunity.
How dare you be so disrespectful? First you criticize her benevolence insight, now you accuse the head monk of murder.
Should I be a voice actor? Like, I don't know how easy or how difficult it is to become, like, do these kind of things, but I just wonder, like, should I become a voice actor? This is the only place the witness could have been. If it was here, he could have struck the victim down from behind and moved his body to the treasure room.
That is nothing but groundless conjecture.
And there's one more thing. Do you remember what was said in the opening argument? The opening argument? Yeah, I realized, like, I make a very dark voice for this one guy, but I don't do it as raspy. Why do I feel like my voice doesn't really work as it used to? Wait, hold on. Okay, there we go, now I am the judge. But yeah, I'm not doing like the same thing. I'm kind of just doing, sort of. I'm not doing the raspy kind of thing, but rather more like this. Because it somehow kind of works well with this one. Use his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure.
That's right, and what of it?
Well, why don't we try this twist on for size? The thief used his position as a head monk of the temple to get a hold of the treasure.
What?
You joshing me, man. The key to treasure box has been passed down from head monk to head monk. What better position to be in if you want to steal the treasure?
You can't possibly be serious.
Does this mean you're claiming that Mr. Understanding's oath of faith is nothing but a lie designed to get him close to the treasure? The witness hasn't been truthful in his testimony to this court. So clearly he isn't above lying. True. Absolutely true. Didn't you swear the Holy Mother that nothing but the truth would you bring? In light of that, I don't think it's unfair to call your faith into question.
This is ridiculous. Are there no limits to what this lawyer will say? I mean, lie is such a strong word. Maybe it was just a mistake.
Did we go back to that guy? We went. Enough with the nervous wreck routine, prosecutor. You're just embarrassing yourself, man.
What?
What was that, Mr. And I'm standing. Oh, lawyer man, you really are the lowest of the low. You could have said something I can't forgive. Wait, was it now when it's gonna break? You called my belief into question, my faith in the Holy Mother. Nobody gets away with that. Oh yeah, I think it is. Or is it? Oh yeah. This is what I was waiting for. What on earth? That music is making my ears bleed. Oh, this is the music of my soul. Okay, I'm gonna try and sound like a good. I'm gonna try not to sound as tired this time. Is it just me, or is this god the music actually kinda good? I'm not gonna try to sing right now when it's just changed, good lord. Oh, good right. I'm the Twilight Messenger, can't you tell? Gonna take this lying lawyer straight to hell. He's dripping with lies, running with Philistines. I'm gonna send that lawyer to the guillotines. It doesn't rhyme. I try to keep the voice other than not instead of sound like tired. I'm just sounding like more aggressive. I don't know. I don't know if it works fully, but like I need to do some sort of change. Actually, even his like dots for talking is even like lower octave. Oh, that plinky plonk music wouldn't let me express my rage. Your rage, huh? Isn't the real source of your anger having your lie exposed? Oh, you just don't get it. If I lied, it's cause you drove me to it. Not sniffing around suspicious and throwing out false accusations. Sorry, but I'm a lawyer. I'm afraid that's my job. Yeah, well, lawyers are crap. Well, that explains what you got here. Keep making noise and I'll have to use my partner here on you. Yeah, I would say he is the one making the noise. Hey, so you wanna know the truth, huh? Think you can handle the truth, do ya? Fine. Let's see you try. Feel the heat of my brutal death beat. Savage, right? Sweating bullet, ain't ya? Not really, because that's not the truth. The screams of my souls are gonna make a mosh pit out of this peanut gallery. I don't really know what a mosh pit is. But absolutely, I've seen one of the most wonderful videos where they actually took a grandma to a mosh pit, and the people there basically made sure she had her own little area to actually like be in. It was absolutely adorable. Did it really just win the court over with that performance? Yo, geezer, I got something to testify. Get ready for the howling of my soul. I call this jaw topper soul screaming truth. Why is every musician in this game weird? I don't know why, but the whole like him talking while doing this, I don't know, it might really fit. A previous dance had to come to an end. The music storeroom my way I did wend. Death truth is what you read. Hear my shred? You shred. Oh, hear me shred. So I don't know why is there a read? I don't know. From a spot in front of the storeroom, I saw Albie creep to the treasure room. And trailing from behind us to the scent, I saw patrol after Albie went. Me and my girl, innocent as sweet. Back to the storeroom, you can't be beat. Then out went the power, ticket to midnight. Blacker than black is black, robbing all sight. Jesus. Yeah, baby, let's say that soul metal flow. Alright, fair enough. What is that music? I have never heard anything like it. It's so fast, it's making my head spin. This is Tamal and metal. I would love to like hear something like that. Just like taking like a normal orchestra music, just make metal out of it. Like yeah, I don't know how much about music, but I've got chills and they're multiplying. Are you scared, lawyer man? Run away fast as you can.
What a wonderful rhythm. The perfect accompaniment for further deliberations. Now, Mr. Adam Standing, what did you go to the music storeroom for?
Hey, I want to put my dollar man away. She's my precious partner. To give her a good rest of a playing in the ride. But then, why did you lie before? Because you'd send me to hell. Yeah, sure, fair enough. Huh? Well, know about lawyers and their lying lawyer ways. Am I right, people? If I admit I went to the storeroom, he'd have drummed up a false charge on me. I don't want to get sent to hell. What do you say? And here's the problem with him using their religion and understanding of how people works in his favor. Now I see why that defense capability act was passed. You feel me, Kurain? Now, are you punks ready to rock or what? Jesus. Can we please get to the goddamn cross-examination? I can hear you, I said. You're ready to teach this lying lawyer how to do things around here. Alright. Get it to me. Give it to me.
Give it to me. Come on, give it to me.
Let's go. Hold it. You say you went to the music storeroom. But how do you know you didn't go to the treasure room to steal the treasure instead? On what grounds could you cause that accusation? Got anything to show for it? That's right, I don't really have any proof, and yet... Well, you can't prove that you didn't go to the treasure room either. You stole the treasure and were ready to make your gateway when you saw... A getaway when you saw Mr. Roll. You panicked and ran into the music storeroom, isn't that right? And why do I feel like I'm being stabbed by icy stares from every direction? Because probably you are.
And silence is your answer, loyal man. This audience knows the score. Just what we needed, a moment of silence to bid this lawyer's baseless claims goodbye.
Why do they have to hate lawyers so much in this country?
I said before and I'll say it again, lawyer man. At the priest's house, I went to the music storeroom.
So what exactly do you mean by death of truth?
It's the blade of truth that's gonna send your loyal soul to hell. See, your blood will be the last thing you ever see.
I'm not sure I want to get what he's saying, not really.
I expect a bubblehead like you to understand. Either you get it, you feel it. Or you're done, simple as that.
How did Albie appear at the time?
I come to think of it, it was glancing all around shift to like. You could tell it was up to no good, shady I tell ya.
What's that saying about people who live in glass houses?
Well, he was about to steal the treasure, so it only stands to reason to look for future.
The defendant admitted he was sneaking in to see the treasure box. Wouldn't that be why he was looking around?
What's that, people? Only the Holy Mother knows the truth, you say? Wrong. Peace the lover knows the score, baby. From my lips to our Holy Mother's ear, an artist only sings what he saw there.
In other words, my reasoning isn't good enough for God Boy here.
And what did you see next, Mr. Understanding?
Something tells me this is going to be a spectacular waste of time, but what do you mean by hounding on the scent?
What? You don't get it. It's always the same with you, same y'all. Lyrics question without mercy. The more famous the song, the greater the controversy.
Wasn't your little lyrical sense I was questioning?
I say hound to the sun like a hunting dog, cause you know, Roll was a god.
Oh, here we go. Okay, that's okay. You don't have to explain your lyrics anymore. Well, we asked about the reason for telling us that, not why you choose the lyrics.
Don't misunderstanding, you still understand, so please stick to your testimony. Can't explain your lyrics to the later in the Dalamas class. Oh, fine, have it your way, geezer.
This is not fully like his break moment, but I kinda like that he has this side of him as a sort of a break moment. What exactly were you doing in the music storeroom?
There, get a picture?
Picture? What picture?
Mr. Armstead is requesting that you do not ask him the same thing over and over. Hey, geezer, you got it in one. Take a bow, baby. What was I doing in the music storeroom, you ass? I already told you. I was taking care of my partner in crime, getting ready for to put her away. Let's see. Would you believe it?
Or in the power outage occurred?
Like I said, I was in the music storeroom. The girl had been sounding like a little off, so I had to get her back in tune.
Is it true that you actually were in the hallway at that time?
The hallway, you say? I wouldn't let... Why would I be in the hallway?
We're waiting for Mr. Roll to come back from his patrol of the treasure room. Now that they discovered that the treasure had been stolen, we were going to kill him.
Lawyer man, just as always, a full of bull. Spewing noxious lies and pulling the wool. Filthy liar through and through. And I ain't never ever gonna forgive you, Jesus.
It's difficult to do when I don't understand. Why is everyone here capable of actually going with the tunes and I can't do that?
Hey, nice prosecutor. I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
Oh god.
You made the assertion clear, defense, but your argument is rather unsubstantiable.
That's not good. So funny, peace, love, and understanding. Nevertheless, the possibility is still there. You can't deny the witness could have killed the victim under cover of darkness.
You're forgetting a very important thing.
Huh?
It seems you've forgotten that the outage happened by chance, not design.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that. No, that's easy. The box were glowing. I did forget about that.
It's not like the witness planned the outage and they could take cover of the darkness. And without darkness, it could have been hard to sneak up behind Mr. Roll and kill him.
Right, even I could notice someone coming up behind me. Well, defense, what do you have to say about that?
Good question.
Mr. Wright claims it's completely without merit. Unless you want to argue that the witness somehow magically made the outage happen.
Wait, that's it. I contend the witness could have made a power outage happen, with no magic necessary.
What? You have a theory then, defense?
All I had to do was to make use of something shown in this diagram. No, breaker. Yeah, I thought the breaker is easy as hell. Okay, if he's in here and it's like, oh, I'm gonna need darkness to get over there. It's just fucking over here. The witness was in the storeroom. The circuit box is on the storeroom end of the hallway. There's nothing really magical about turning off the breaker, wouldn't you say?
Nice try, but that theory doesn't hold water, lawyer man.
And why not?
You're saying I turned the breaker off and then snuck up on Mr. Roll and hit him. In pitch black darkness with no source of light whatsoever. Is that what you say?
No, not really. You had a box.
With the lights off and the hallways blacker than 100 midnights. You can't see the hand in front of your face. How could anybody commit murder like that? Unless when somebody was like standing right in front of the victim, like the accused.
Easy. He had got a glow-in-the-dark box. Well, maybe the victim was holding something that served as a guide.
A guide to the darkness?
Something that's more like a little vague, would you agree?
You can move this room with a big hunch like that, bro. But hit him hard, really make him feel it, you hear me? This is my verse, baby.
Jesus. To be honest, even though I'm using a lot of voices, I'm sometimes just like, oh my god, why do I have to do this? Don't take me wrong, I really enjoy making voices for this goddamn game. It is hella fun to do.
I'm afraid I don't understand the witness lyrics very well either. But in a trial, the argument have to be clear and precise. Let's see some of that clarity and precision now, defense.
Easy.
Can you present us something that could have served as a guide through the darkness?
I can. Because there has to be something.
Alright, let's see what you have there, friends. What could the victim have been holding as a guide through the darkness?
I believe the victim was holding the treasure box.
Huh?
Have you gone mad?
Well, the box glows in the dark, so you could use it as a sort of beacon.
Well, I guess you're right.
But why in the world would the victim be holding the treasure box?
Well, because it's as good as mine. Is there no way to win them over?
Defense, are we going to end needing those tongue shears after all?
No, your majesty.
Oh yeah, man, do it. And we can jam out of this lawyer's shrieks of pain. But there's no streaming of agony out now, lawyer man. We'll still have a tongue to scream with.
Yeah, but it would actually make sense if he was the one holding the box. Because basically the last thing we saw was that the kid was holding up his hands. Because he was basically at gunpoint. Why would it be at gunpoint? Because yeah, the guy is a guard, but the kid wasn't holding the box. So why would a guard need to basically aim at the kid? Because at that moment he wasn't a guard, he was a thief. So he basically ended up threatening the kid because he needed to leave. As to why the victim was holding the treasure box, it can easily be explained as thus. What reason could the victim possibly have to have holding that treasure box? The victim was holding the treasure box because he was the thief. It's an idea I just happened to stumble upon. I think it might just be the answer. And it would turn this whole trial upside down.
Hello, the fans, are you still with us? Let's hear this easy explanation you promised.
Is it possible that it was because the victim himself was the thief?
The victim?
The thief?
What kind of bull are you spewing now? Magistrate, this guy's off his rocker.
If the victim was the thief, everything we've learned so well will make sense. It would give us a completely new way to interpret the victim's actions. After morning dance of devotion, Mr. Roll went to the treasure room. He grabbed the treasure box containing the treasure and started to take off with it. But then he ran into Albie on the great stairs. That's why Mr. Roll pulled his gun on Albie. Then when the blackout occurred, Mr. Roll was bludgeoned to death in the darkness. This explains why the victim would be holding the glowing treasure box in the dark. And how it could be been possible for someone other than the accused to kill him.
Do you have any idea what you're saying?
Unbelievable, Iron Man. I think you lost it. That's the craziest thing I ever heard. Trying to roll the temple. You're the vote believer, that pious Kurainist. I won't allow you to disparage the victim's departed soul without unfounded allegations. Are you prepared to back up with your claims?
Of course, Your Majesty.
Oh, really? In that case, we can assume you have proof.
Proof, huh? Do I have any proof? I can't back down now. Yeah, I have proof. In my dreams. Proof that Mr. Roll was a thief. May have been left behind on a certain piece of evidence.
Very well. Well, let's see your evidence and be ready to stand behind it.
Footprints, fingerprints, I'll take anything at this point. Any proof, something that could have been involved with the theft. I might still have some trace evidence left on it.
What proof do you have that the victim might have been the thief?
Okay, nothing there really. I would say the blood splatter. That could be the idea. Nope, apparently I was wrong. Should have just checked through more things, but I just thought like if he held the box, the blood came on the hand as well. Apparently not. Okay, something he touched. I do wonder what he could have been touching then. He could have touched himself. That also worked. Okay, something that has a trace on it. Whoops. That was my mistake. I was pressing the wrong button. Because I thought I was gonna examine it and I couldn't, and then I just pressed another button. Apparently I presented the bloody thing. My bad. Cerebral contusion from the head injury. I still love the name contusion. I want to say concussion, but they didn't say contusion. Contusion. Sounds way too goddamn adorable. What proof do you have that the victim might have been the thief? Something that had its fingerprints on it. But he had gloves. The box itself, probably. The defense would like to examine the treasure box. There might be traces evidence on it that shows that the victim had held it.
Might, but I hope you turn up something more definitive than that, defense.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Very well, I leave. The treasure box.
Yeah, it's the treasure that is holy, so I don't think people give a damn about an empty treasure box.
There your defense, now you're free to examine it.
Oh, don't worry, the tonsure is gonna be the least of your problems. You actually get the death penalty. God damn. I have to find something, I just have to. I want to see if I can find a fingerprint. Now, to make sure I remember how to do this. Yeah, I can rotate evidence, I can use that to zoom in and zoom out. If I get to turn around, I can always reset. It's better searching every inch of this box carefully, and examine anything of interest in detail with A. The lid of the box was forced open, but while the victim was holding the box, the lid must have been closed. I tried closing the lid too.
Hey!
What?
You son of a, you locked it!
So? What's the big deal? I thought you can open it with that key you're wearing.
Yeah, I cannot sweat.
Why is there a bucket load of dripping off you over there? Huh. Interesting. I think I'd like to open this box back up. Could I use Magatama key?
Sure.
Okay, let's see. Where's the keyhole?
Well, it is the Magatama key, so it wouldn't go in the hole above the Magatama mark.
Ah, right. Huh? It won't open.
Will you look at that? The thief must have busted lock when they forced the box open.
Really? I'm not so sure about that. That's interesting. Oh, I just saw the hand mark, by the way. And in case, better we take another good look. I have to find proof that the victim was holding this box. Yep, this handprint. This bloodstain. It shows the outline of the hand. This could be what I've been looking for. Your Majesty, take a look at this. There's a bloodstain here that outlines the shape of a hand.
Oh, really? Let me see that. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Now I'm getting somewhere. I believe the bloodstain is the outline of the victim's hand as he was holding the box.
What?
Even often as he was being struck, he held on tight to the precious treasure box. After all, he's gone through a lot of trouble stealing it. The blood from his head wound splattered across his hand and onto the box.
Your Majesty, none of those have been taken in. It's just more of this lawyer's deceit.
What do you mean?
Mr. Wright, where is your proof that outline is that of the victim's hand?
What? I should have seen this coming. Easy, the fucking photo of his big-ass bloody hand. Literally.
Either show us proof or prepare to meet the shears. Or you could save us all the time and bite your tongue out now and submit it instead.
That I did not see coming.
Well, defense, how about it? Do you have any proof that the outlines in this victim is the victim's hand?
I already know. That's what the first thing I submitted. Yeah, I know. This is the evidence that's going to save my beloved tongue. Mr. Payne, despite your claims about my forked tongue, it just so happens I have proof you require.
You do?
It's right here in the certain crime photo.
It is? Where? The defense, please point it out.
The big bloody hand? It's kind of easy. It's like we're looking for something that has blood on it, and it's a handprint. Mr. Payne, take a good look at the victim's hand. See this? That's blood.
What?
If we place Mr. Roll's hand inside the bloody outline...
You think the blood on his hand would complete the splatter?
Exactly. Here goes nothing. And if they formed a complete splatter, it could prove my theory correct.
Then the victim really was holding the box.
I'm willing to bet my life on it, which I'm already doing that. I can't really bet something I'm already betting. Fuck, I'm basically betting air right now. Betting the air I'm breathing. Defense reassessed that the victim was the thief who stole the treasure box.
You can't be serious!
Is that hair stuck on the crown?
I protest this! There's no way they could ever match up. I assert that it's patently impossible to...
Talk about tongue karma. Sounds like he just bit his. What's the matter, Mr. Payne? Did your forked tongue get tangled up in there? Or were you trying to submit your own tongue to the court?
What you do?
I hardly believe it. Apparently, not everything out of the defense mouth is a bluff.
Of course not, your majesty. This tongue doesn't lie. I'd like to continue to use my tongue in the future too, if you wouldn't mind. You never asked to know it really was a bluff.
No. No, not Mr. Roll. I can't believe it.
I'm sorry, Albie. I know it's upsetting news. He must have needed the money badly, probably to support his family. After all, he even gave up his dream of becoming a monk to help them.
Oh, so that thing Mr. Roll would say to me.
Albie, you train hard and make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he'd say. Yeah. He was probably warning you not to end up a thief.
Mr. Roll. No, just wait a minute. If the victim was a thief and he was holding the treasure box, that means Mr. Roll was holding the murder weapon when he was killed.
Oh, that's a very good point. It doesn't make much sense, does it?
If the victim was holding the treasure box, it couldn't have been the murder weapon. Which means the real murder weapon must have been something else.
The real murder weapon?
Or something else.
The blood was thought to have gotten on the box when the box was used as a weapon. But it turns out it wasn't the case. The blood splattered onto the treasure box the victim was holding. When he was struck with a real weapon, that's really what happened. Isn't that right, Mr. Adamstanden? Oh yeah, it is different. Okay, so do you see his instrument, how it looks here? Now let's go to this image. You see his instrument here? They're two different. So I think he slammed it with that one. It either got blood splatter on it or broke, so he had a new one.
Are you insinuating I am the one who uses real murder weapon?
Are you saying I'm wrong in my understanding? Ah, right. You actually did the pun there.
Let me rile up, like man. I feel sun coming on. Looking for a weapon that just don't exist. Pathetic lawyer man drop into the abyss. Speak a lawyer man, you make me sick. You can disappear just like a magic trick. With the lawyer man done in by a weapon. For you, Mr. Wrench, hell doth beckon.
Ah, fair enough.
I wouldn't. I know. I had to speak. I know I don't need to remind the defense. That your life is on the line already.
I know, your majesty.
Yet you're prepared to risk it on this mere idea of a murder weapon.
This is it, the moment of truth. I can't back down, not now. Yes, your majesty, I am. I'm confident the real murder weapon does indeed exist.
That's a bold claim, Mr. Wright. Now let's see you back it up. Show us which piece of evidence points to this real murder weapon.
Gladly, if I knew which one it was. How could possibly someone like understanding use to bludgeon someone?
Now then, defense, submit your evidence to the court. I see this thing that shows a real murder weapon. You say I used. Oh.
What I'm about to present is really nothing more than a possibility. But this thin thread is all I got. Allow me to direct the court's attention to this photo of the morning dance of devotion.
That photo? How is that going to help you, Mr. Wright?
There's something about that that doesn't sit right with me.
Oh yeah? What's this something, huh?
This thing here is odd, to say the least. Mr. Understanding, why is the instrument you're holding different from the one you're playing in the photo?
Would you look at that? They're completely different shapes.
I believe you said your Damalan was your one and only.
Well, Mr. Understanding, what do you have to say to that? I got nothing to say.
Then allow me to answer for you. They're different because the one in the photo is no longer playable condition. Not after you used it to bludgeon Mr. Roll to death.
Oh, my old partner wasn't doing so hot, so I brought her sister along, that's all. No big deal, lawyer man.
In that case, please submit your old Damalan into this court as evidence.
Ah, too bad. You're too late. Got rid of her yesterday.
You what?
Better up with the rest of the trash. Ashes to ashes, baby.
It's already destroyed the evidence.
I see more trash right here in this court that needs to be burned into the fires of hell.
Now there's no proof to show.
Oh, come on. That was pathetic. You egging these kids out better than that.
What the fuck?
I think I've heard enough. Seems the defense is unable to produce the evidence it needs to prove this assertion.
But your majesty, that's only because that witness destroyed it.
Evidence is everything in court. Don't tell me you've forgotten this most fundamental principle of our profession.
Without sufficient proof, your claim that Mr. Understanding is the murderer is no more than conjecture.
There's the pained expression I've been looking for. Oh, by the way, there seems to be one more thing you've forgotten.
What is it now?
They accused Mr. Understanding of being the thief, but the real thief turned out to be the victim.
Uh-oh.
And with that, Mr. Understanding purported motive for murder goes out the window.
Great point, prosecutor. You tell him. If I had been there, I wouldn't just collared the roll and got the treasure back. That wasn't a reason for me to kill him now. Was there?
It's no good to counter-argument to that.
It sounds like Mr. Understanding has been completely wrongfully accused. Unfortunately, as it may be, I think it's time for a hand down the verdict in this case. Defense, I trust you understand what you yourself will receive for taking on this case.
What do I do? The murder weapon's been destroyed, and I've got no motive. Or will be convicted, and I will lose my life too.
Mr. Wright, you wasted this court time and disbarged everything we hold sacred. We could charge you with a less majesty in addition to the crime of abetting the accused.
Yeah, you should pay disgrating my good disgrating my good name. Bye-bye, lawyer man. Time for you to do some repping in the Twilight Realm.
This guy guilty as sin, I just know it. He must have had some reason to kill Mr. Roll, but what? Yeah, I don't know what it could be.
Time to take this lawyer trash out.
The thing to do at a time like this is to turn my thinking around. I should be trying to figure out what understanding's motive was. I should be thinking about what kind of situation would give him a motive. Did you steal it? He said. We know that Mr. Roll was a thief, and they had gotten his hand on the box. So then why... Why in the world did he ask Albie that question? What about the treasure box could have prompted him to... It was already stolen.
What the fuck? What's going into you?
Now I get it, now it all makes sense.
Like, man, what are you trying to say? Muttering and squealing for yourself sounds like you knocked something loose upstairs.
Your Majesty, please also hold off on your ruling just a little while longer.
Oh, don't tell me you're going to start begging for your life now.
No, Your Majesty, that's not it. It's just that I realized something important. We've been operating under the serious misconception this whole time.
Misconception, you say?
That's right, a mistaken notion about the treasure box. Could this really be true? If so, there's still a lot to figure out.
Oh, very well. Let's hear what you have to say.
I don't know what I'm doing with his voice right now, I'm just playing around. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, this is just more of his nonsense. He's just stalling for time.
This is your last chance defense. The second I find that it is real is nothing but nonsense. No amount of begging will stay my hand, understand?
Yes, Your Majesty.
We all know about this just going to be another one of your stupid bluffs.
Now the defense, what is this misconception you mentioned?
The thing we didn't realize about the treasure box was... it was empty. What if the treasure box was already empty from the start?
What?
What?
Please recall that when Mr. Roll ran into Albie on the great stairs, he asked the boy a question. Did you steal it? He said. Also recall that Mr. Roll was holding the treasure box at the time. So why then did he ask Albie the question that he did?
That is a bit peculiar, isn't it?
Not at all, Your Majesty. Not once you realize that by the time Mr. Roll got a treasure room, the treasure box was already empty.
I beg your pardon.
Mr. Roll suspected that Albie had gotten to it first, which is why he confronted Albie when he ran into the boy up the stairs.
But how could the victim have known the treasure box was empty? He didn't have any way to opening it.
Once a year, the victim had the duty of carrying the treasure box to the palace. He was proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the place of the New Year's rite. He wouldn't been able to tell. He would have been able to tell by the weight when he lifted it that the box was empty.
Oh, I see. Oh, yes, I suppose he would have been able to tell, wouldn't he?
Mr. Roll most likely decided to at least steal the empty box. It's an important historical artifact in itself, after all.
Yeah, but what's your point, Mr. Wright? Why does any of this have to do with Mr. Understanding?
My point is
It gives Mr. Understanding a motive to murder the victim.
A motive?
Mr. Understanding, keep the treasure safe is one of your duties, isn't it? So if anyone had found out that the treasure was missing, you would have been accused of incompetence. From the moment Mr. Roll discovered that the treasure was gone, his fate was sealed. Because you decided then that he had to be silenced forever.
But that's absurd!
Can you believe the stuff that comes out of this guy's mouth? It's all just a colossal joke. So then, what really happened to the treasure?
It had been stolen long before this incident occurred. By Mr. Peace Lubin and Understanding himself.
Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to accuse Mr. Understanding? Your Majesty, please, don't listen to these trumped-up charges. The defense is grasping.
The treasure box can only be opened with a key Mr. Understanding holds. Who else could have stolen the treasure?
As I said, the accused stole the treasure by forcing open the box. Your Majesty, I call for a swift ruling.
I'm not ready to get my verdict yet.
It's really annoying how Payne is basically like, give the ruling now before this guy can say something more. It's like, you're always telling me to give the evidence, and when you believe I have the evidence, you don't allowing me to. That's finally a tiny shred of hope.
Mr. Understanding, would you care making a statement in response to the defense claims? This is all bull. My noggin's a rage cage and is ready to explode, baby. Hey, Instructor, I'm Understanding, please calm yourself. I'm not gonna take it. No, I ain't gonna take. I'm not gonna take it. No, I ain't gonna take it.
That was I wrong when I thought of that, or am I actually right when I thought about that?
I dutiful rhyme watched over the treasure with pride. And now I'm getting accused of stealing it. This lawyer is a lying scumbag. You better believe.
Oh shit, I managed to press. Alright, so what are we gonna get now? Okay, nice. Witness testimony. More singing. Yep.
Steal the funnels from me, I didn't. I did it. This lying lawyer's insult now no limit. All this time I guarded the orb with faithfully. Sacred duty to the Holy Mother's easy to see. Hands unclean, the accused did the deed. Forcing the box open, no key he'd need. Lying lawyer, condemn him to hell. Kick him, throw him into prison cell.
Yeah, but here is also the problem. Yes, the what was it? Not the defense. Not the culprit. Ah, fuck, my brain melting. Too much song. Basically, the other guy could have forced it. I'm gonna do this because I was annoying. But we realized something. His key couldn't open the box. So the question is, who needed to force it? Or Mr. Understanding open it, as the defense claims?
A defense, this is your last chance to cross-examine the witness.
Yes, Your Majesty.
If you're unable to prove your assertion by the end of this cross-examination,
The DC Act will come into play, and both you and your accused will lose your life.
I understand. Life or death, it all comes down to this.
Mr. Wright.
Don't worry, I'll be. I'm here to defend you. I promise I'll be alright.
Thank you. I believe in you, Mr. Wright.
I know you can win this for us.
And after we win, we can go see Miss Maya. Together.
It's a deal. I can't let Albie down. I have to win this trial. Somehow I have to prove that only an understanding could have stolen the treasure.
do your worst, lawyer trash. This is your requiem. Last song you'll ever hear on this mortal coil.
Okay, so we're gonna check something here. I'm not gonna present anything, but I'm gonna just check. The sole key for opening the treasure box. Understanding keeps it on his person at all times. The murder weapon, not even Mega Tamaki can open it, glows in the dark. Steal the family sword, me, I did it, that's lying insult, knows no limit. All God of faithfully, sacred duty to the Holy Mother, easy to see. Hands uncleaned, the accused did the deed. Force the box open, no key he need. Lying long, okay. I feel like this is the, to put it simply, this is just like, oh, okay, he's just trying to sing that he didn't do it. All this time I guarded all faithfully. That's basically it, the rest is just song. Hands unclean, the accused did the deed. Force the box open, no key did he need. The defendant didn't force the box open, that's a lie. In fact, you're the only one who opened it, isn't it? That right?
Come on, you just saw for yourself, didn't you? The lock was busted on account of the box being forced open.
Oh yeah?
Well, that's your proof right there.
Okay, fair enough.
Look, if the accused really did try to force his way into the box, how do you explain why the lock was busted and wouldn't open up for you earlier?
How do I explain the box wouldn't unlock earlier? A different way to open it. There's a different way to open the box.
Huh? What are you talking about?
There's a secret trick to opening it, to protect its contents from being stolen. And you're the only one who knows how it works, isn't that right?
Are you for real? You've been watching too many movies, lawyer man.
So you're one of those tourists. Honestly, Mr. Wright, did you come expecting magic and mystery around every corner?
I'll have you know the fancy Kino Korean is not some sort of fancy funland.
It's true, I don't have any real grounds to make that assertion. And yet...
Oh yeah, I feel another song coming on. A little number about a crazy lawyer with a lot of fantastic ideas.
Okay, can we like check this? I don't know.
Yeah. A new verse, please do add it to your testimony, Mr. Understanding.
Solution, am I? Well, we'll see about that.
All of this is called illusion, mixed up lawyer drowning in confusion.
Indeed, the defense's sinful wrongdoing has made him lose touch with reality.
Let's hear it. Will it be? Whether this sin is flight or fancy?
Nothing, because I'm not the delusional one. I just know there's gotta be a secret trick to opening the treasure box.
Oh really? And where exactly is the secret hidden?
Secret is obviously hidden in Hmm. I'm gonna say the box. The treasure box.
Yeah, where in the box is the secret, exactly?
Okay, fair enough. The carvings. There is definitely something going on there.
Are you sure? You sound like a little desperate, Defense.
Desperate? No, not at all, Your Majesty.
The carvings accused snuck in to see, even though it's forbidden, I might add.
Witness, can you tell anything about these carvings on the box? Of course, I said Monk know all about them. The coin suspected Kurani's butterfly, as it carries the soul to the Dweller realm. Made it around the 7th century. Oh, I see. Could you please add that information to the testimony? Fine, listen of large trash.
Okay. The butterfly. Hmm. Hmm. I believe this butterfly design conceals some sort of secret.
Oh yeah? You don't check it out for yourself then?
Huh? What was a smug look on his face? I think I'll just do that, Your Majesty, if I could. Hmm. Nothing unusual here.
Ah well, Defense, what did you discover?
I'm afraid I haven't discovered anything, Your Majesty. Here, I'll return it now.
Told ya, didn't I tell ya?
Ugh. Then in that case, there must have been some secret trick to the key.
Are you suspicious of the key, are ya?
There's just no reasoning with this man. The key's forced to lock open. There's no other explanation.
Oh, that's right, the sender desecrated a box by opening without using his with my key.
Wait, what did he just say?
I'll think how many times I had to get it through your thick glass skull.
Yeah, Mitma. What? Unless the treasure force it and reap the founder's displeasure.
For the forgetful defense sake, could you please add that to the testimony?
Let's see. Should I have him swap his statement? Have him change it. I believe the witness just made sang a very important statement. I would like to switch into his testimony.
Oh, very well, witness, if you would. If I have to, carve into your brain, lion man.
Only Mitma key unlocks the treasure. There must be some sort of secret trick to this key.
Oh yeah, what exactly is the secret trick?
Huh? What's that smug look for? Maybe something like you can change shapes?
Oh man, there's some wild imagination you got there. I give credit to credit's due, you can daydream like a champ.
Just like any Magatama, this key is made of a translucent material. Well, look, and it's pretty obvious it can't change shapes.
Yeah, I wasn't really sold on that one myself. But I felt there was something odd about Almastani's testimony just now. Better take another look through the evidence. Yeah, it said Matma. The Mitama key. But I think it was called the Magatama, yeah. Yeah. Just a minute, Mr. Understanding. You just called your key the Mitama key, didn't you? But didn't you originally say it's called the Magatama key?
Oh! The Mitama key? What's that?
I don't know, Your Majesty. But apparently, it's a rather crucial question.
What? What's the big deal? So I said the wrong thing, so what? Simple slip of the tongue.
An A for effort, Mr. Wright, but your grandstanding betrays your desperation. I'm afraid a small slip of the tongue like that adds absolutely nothing to your argument.
What do you say, your defense? Is that an important detail?
It is, because yeah, a slip of the tongue is a slip of the tongue, but that was a Matma key, not a Magatama key. Yes, Your Majesty. It's very important. This key is apparently not the Magatama key, but rather the Mitma key. And I believe this discrepancy holds great significance for the defense.
No, man, just meaningless mistake, insignificant. You're right a crazy trait to know, lion man.
Your Majesty, please don't pay the defense and the need. It's all nonsense.
To tell the truth, I'm not really clear what the defense is driving at myself. But I'm eager to find out.
What?
Defense, will explain yourself like your life literally depends on it. Because it does. And now then, is the name of the key important detail?
Yes, it is an absolutely important detail, I think. Because the Mitma key is connected to the Founder's Orb.
I see very well. In that case, please show the court the ground on which you're basing this claim.
Grounds, Your Majesty?
You can of course show grounds, not defense.
Of course, what else can I say? I have to come up with something, anything. Even if it's just a bluff. The Mitma key. Hold on, let me just check some stuff here. When the dragon tiger, the founder offers divine protection. When the butterfly embraces the Mitama, the favor of the orb is bestowed. It is something in the Song of Ceremony, though.
Don't keep me waiting, defense. What evidence shows a connection between the Mitma key and the Founder's Orb?
The song itself.
Well, what's that? The Song of Ceremony.
All this time the answers were right here in front of me. It's right there in the Song of Ceremony performed during the Dance of Devotion. Your Majesty, the Song of Ceremony tells the treasure of the founders of Kuranism. But hidden within its lyrics is the secret behind how to really open a treasure box.
Oh, holy mother! Mother!
I don't know why I want to say mother like that whenever I play this dude.
Mother! How can that be, the fans?
The Song of Ceremony contains the following lyrics. When the butterfly embraces the Mitma, the favor of the orb is bestowed. I believe the Mitma here refers to the Mitma key.
Well, yes, it is the same word, but that doesn't mean...
We've been calling this key the Magatama key, and that's why I inserted the key into the lock with the Magatama design on it. But that was obviously not the right way to use it.
And I suppose you know the right way.
I do, Your Majesty. You used it properly. Flip it vertically. Return the Magatama shape upside down like this. It becomes the Kurini symbol of the soul. In other words, the Mitama.
No, you're absolutely right. Oh, what? No, but now what? What do you know about it? It's not big to fit in the lock that way.
I knew it was just a bluffing. Bluff and lies are only tools of his trade after all.
Let's see. What were the words of the Song of the Ceremony again? When the butterfly embraces the Mitma, the favor of the orb is bestowed. Where should the Mitma key actually be used? Oh, I didn't even realize it fit very well there.
Oh my goodness! The treasure box is really open!
What? No!
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the real secret behind the Song of Ceremony. It's the true key to opening the treasure box. It's all over, Mr. Payne.
How so?
Let's say someone was fooled into trying to force the front-facing lock open. Sadly for them, it won't budge. That's because the lock is, after all, just a decoy.
What you say, yes?
Neither the victim nor the defendant will have been able to open the box, therefore had no way of stealing the treasure. The only one who could have stolen it is the one man who knew about the Mitma key. Peace to the loving and understanding. But I'm not done yet. Please recall the scene of the crime. On the floor by Roll's body was a very unlocked and very open treasure box. Only someone who knew how to open the box could have left it in that state. And so there can only be one true culprit. Mr. Understanding, you're the one who killed Mr. Roll. Are you gonna fall on him? I don't know what the fuck is going on right now, but it's about to blow someone's eardrums off. I was sitting here like he's gonna get that on his head, ain't he? Oof. I was sitting here like, is he gonna get that thing on his head again? I was about to say it, but it just happened.
Curse him, all of his fault. Well, I have to try to steal the treasure. Well, I have to spot him with that box. Wait to store him after the morning dance. It's his fault I had to cause that blackout and clock him good. I could let my secret get out. Nobody could know the treasure box was empty. I'll lose my position as head monk. Who knows what else they'd do to me. I could let that...
Alright. Well, you're still gonna go in for murder.
What a shocking development! I scarcely believe it. Nothing like this has ever happened since the DC Act entered 23 years ago.
No, my perfect, unblemished record destroyed. The incredible pain ruined.
Oh damn, he has no hair. Wow. That was shiny.
Peace? I said peace. Honestly speaking, I'm just as shocked as everyone else. But the truth has been made known. It's time for me to give my verdict. In the name of the Holy Mother. This court finds the accused, I'll be a guide.
I'll be your guide. Why did it take me so long to actually figure that goddamn name out? Well, this was one of the most fancy ways of showing off that we actually got not guilty. Is this gonna be a sign that a lawyer is supposed to be in here? I hope someone else saw this, or am I just high? I'll be your guide. I did never realize that that was his name. Until now. There's still quite a commotion. The people from the gallery show no sign of clearing out. Can't believe it. Not guilty? I'm still in shock. Can you believe that guy? I can feel everybody's eyes on me. This can't be happening. It's impossible. Holy Mother, preserve us. Never been in a defense lobby quite this uncomfortable.
Mr. Wright!
Oh, Albie.
Thank you so much for what you did to me.
I'm just glad it turned out okay. It was touch and go there for a while.
I'm really sorry, Mr. Wright. I had a really hard time trusting you at first.
It's okay, Albie. I know how unpopular lawyers are in this country. But how did it ever get this way in the first place?
Oh, allow me to explain. At least I wish I could explain. But I don't really know why. I never even questioned it before today. But the time I was born, all the lawyers were already gone. As far back as I can remember, verdicts have been based on her benevolence insight.
Right, Raifa, the royal priestess. Well, it's not that it's not the truth, it's just that it basically is not the full truth. For her part, I'm sure she really believes in what she says, but even with the benevolence divination seance, lawyers are still necessary. Without proper defense, people could easily wind up receiving wrongful convictions.
Mr. Wright! Shh! Don't say that so loud. People might think you're a rebel. You could be arrested.
Rebel? Only hearing that word in this game just makes me yikes! I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
That's right. One of those people going against our queen and the court system. They call themselves Defiant Dragons, and they're led by a scary guy named Daruk. They'll do anything to overthrow her eminence, even committing crimes.
Daruk. I remember people in the gallery mentioned that name.
I think you saying sounds a lot like the stuff they say. But you're not as scary as that Daruk guy.
Oh wait, who's this?
Who the hell are you? You! I want to talk to you, sir. Flight, is it?
Right, sir. Feeling's right. And you are?
I'm the current Minister of Justice.
The name's Ankarul Karain.
The name's Ankarul Karain.
I'm trying to find if there's a pun there in as well, but it's too long to figure out.
I ever see the whole legal shebang? I was watching the three-ring circus and that.
You were? Wow, the Minister of Justice. So he's in charge of the entire court system, the Felt Culpability Act and all.
And Mr. Inga, how are you, sir?
Roll on, minimum. Talking here.
Yes, sir. Very sorry, sir.
May I help you with something?
I want to take a good look at you guy here. Feels like you aren't really dim a dozen around here. Well then.
He's eyeing me like some kind of exotic creature in a cage.
Oh yeah, might as well share this little morsel with you. Turns out her role was a seasoned thief, reaper offender, say. I'm a man lucky too, and found all the booty it pilfered right there's digs.
But he seemed like such a nice man. Why, Mr. Roll, why?
Yes, he was doing it for the family, my monk.
A muck? How can you say that?
Guess that kind of stop story gets you common folks all misty-eyed, huh? Only another thing. My man check out that understanding fella too. He wasn't the one with the sticky fingers, it's the sergeant.
What?
They put a squeeze on the hair on our head monk apparently. So they gave up the founder's job and tried to keep it hush-hush.
Oh, I see. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, say what? That was a cute little number you pulled in my courtroom today, wasn't it? First not guilty running in 23 years. Making waves, see? Stirring the pot, catch my drift.
Well, I guess I'm in for it now.
But thanks to that song and dance, we know our precious national treasure got nicked.
Then call it a wash and let it slide this time. You know what? I'm gonna need more to drink because goddamn. So I'm gonna be right back in a little moment. Just gonna get some more drink. But all I did was defend the accused.
You did the best to read between the lines here, chum. You're standing on thin ice, you get my drift. And a dirty, no good-looking punk knows to cash in the chip before the house steps in. Do us both a favor and keep an eye on the path you're walking down. You never know whose toes you might be stepping on. It's on your turf, buddy. Never forget whose soil it is you're standing on.
So basically threatened that we did a good job. Wonderful.
Yikes. He was kinda scary, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, no use worrying about it. We have more important things to think about. So when can we continue the sightseeing tour?
Tour? Oh, anytime, sir. We still have plenty of time until Miss Maya's training ends. And there are still lots of more temples to see. And all kinds of local food to eat. I can show you the natural beauty of the area and the waterfalls used for training. And I haven't shown you the breathtaking waterfall. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't keep up with this. Oh, God.
Alright, slow down, Albie. There's plenty of time.
And when we're done with all that, we can go to see Miss Maya together.
Yeah, you bet. Maya, I wonder how she's doing. Hope she's okay. Always very interesting when the minister looks like he's basically a casino player.
So, how about that not guilty, jerk? I heard. Sounds like the winds of change are beginning to stir.
Alright. Fair enough then. So that was the end of the first trial, basically. But yeah, I don't like the minister, because he's the kind of guy that is, we do things our way, the easy way, don't question it, even if it is wrong. Because I would believe the reason why he says that is that he's the one ruling the system, which means he did the DC Act, he did the thing that they are not needed, and this whole thing. Which more or less means that he don't want things to go the right way, he just wants the things to go easy way, everything's done, no fucking about, and he is fine. But yeah, that's the whole problem with it. Yeah, I want to continue. We still have an hour left. I love playing these games. I might actually play a bit more. I don't know. We just have to see. What do I do? Where the hell are we? What did I just sniff to get here? Oh wait, hold on. That's actually a Trucy. I was a bit questioning what was going on here, but I realized I recognized the little medallion she had. What the hell is going on? That is Trucy, right? Oh, that's Sniffer. That's some hell of a sniffer, ain't it? Yeah, it is Trucy. Is she in a TV series now? Wouldn't surprise me, she's a very good magician in this universe, but still. That kinda came out of nowhere. I have played this game before, but I completely forgot about this part. Penrose Theatre stage. Oh, theatre, okay. Okay, this kinda makes a bit more sense. I did not even play anything, or press anything. Alright, is this one of your shows? See you for Act 2, everybody! And yeah, I'm still gonna do this. Bravo! Wait, who are we? Fuck, I don't know who we are. Bravo, bravo, Trucy! Wow, Apollo, wasn't that great trick? Oh, I'm Apollo. You bet. I've never seen such a great magic act. Did you know they featured Trucy's show on TV this morning? It was on TV, okay, fair enough. Damn, she's walking up stage, isn't she? Penrose Theatre. A well-known gateway to success for entertainers. It's here at this famous theatre we'll finally get to see Trucy writes. Trucy in Grammary Land. Oh yeah, Grammary. I was like, wait, Grammary? The long-awaited revival of magic of Troop Grammary. Oh right! She actually inherited the goddamn like tricks. And her uncle wasn't really against that, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, that explains why there's a TV crew here to cover the show. This is a perfect opportunity to promote the Right Anything agency too. After all, people look up things they see on TV, right? But wouldn't they look up the talent part and not the law part of our agency? Mamma mia, you're right. We had nothing but requests from Trucy's fan, wouldn't we? Well, I guess we'll just have to make it old-fashioned way. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm a rookie lawyer with only about 2 years of experience under my belt. We're here to see Trucy's magic show. She's a fellow member of our agency. We came on behalf of our boss, Mr. Wright, who's away on a trip. Oh, did you hear, Apollo? Even though it's only been her debut, her show is completely sold out. What, really? That's amazing. Voila, a star is born! Who knows how far she'll go? At this rate, nothing in the world could stop us. But you're evil. You do realize this has nothing to do with you, right? This is Athena Sykes. She's another member of our agency. She may not look like it, but she's just 19 years old. She's a lawyer as well. What do you mean she may not look at it? Of course I looked upon.
Explain how exactly? Come on, have a heart! Stop treating me like a child. That gadget around Athena's neck is that spoke just now, that's Widget. Would you help Athena out with her special field of expertise, analytical psychology. He also has a habit of blurring out whatever Athena really is thinking. Yeah, this little guy can be a little unruly at times. Hey, upgrade me already. Oh, fair enough. Your attention, please. The show will restart after 20-minute intermission. We ask that you please be back in your seats before the next act, thank you. Hey, why don't we go and say hi to Truce in the dressing room during the break? Oh yes, let's go see the big star. I'm so nervous. What should I say to her? Hi. Okay, you meet all the day. Whatever you usually say to her at the office every day. There's nothing really different there, ain't it? Oof, Black Rabbit, that thing looks like it'd eat me up. Oh, hey yo! Wait, hold on, I recognize him. The drummer there. We can see the grandfather. We can see the uncle, the father, and the mother. But we also see the green guy. Is he also Grammary? But wait, that means he actually was around while the Grammary was Grammary. Oh, apparently Gavin has been here as well. And something? I just see like a... Oh no, yeah, I know exactly where that is from. Okay, so the right one, I don't know, but the flowers back in the background, if you're looking at a bouquet. The right one, I don't know. The middle one, Gavin, it has a big G on it, or a 6. The left one, I had a bit difficulty, but I realized it has a lot of these seals on them. That comes from the little witch, the Tama. No, Tenma, that was the name. Tenma, not Tama. Tenma. So this is Truce's dressing room. Looks like she's been busy over here with something. I would say everything. Oh, could you sign this, please, ma'am? Sure thing. Just the one sheet in this clipboard, right? A fan asking Truce for an autograph, maybe? I don't think so. It looks like some kind of contract. Oh, thank you very much. I'll get this to the producer right away. Ah, great, thanks. Oh, Polly, Athena, you came. Of course, congratulations on your big debut. Thanks. Who was that just now, by the way? Is it just me or does Trucy look different from like she did in the game just before this? I don't know, it's just somehow me. Somebody from Take-Two TV. I want to turn my magic show into a TV special. Plan to broadcast it nationwide. Can you imagine? Oh, you really are a big star. Hey, can I get your autograph later, Trucy? Sure, my signature is high demand today. Would you like one too, Polly? Yeah, actually, I would. Whoops, looks like I ran out of flyers. So I'll have to sign your forehead instead. Yeah, hey, knock it off. But just forget about the autograph. This is Trucy Wright. She's a magician and Mr. Wright's adopted daughter. She's becoming quite a renown in the magic world these days for her impressive skills. A lot of people get this wrong, but Apollo's actual job is being my magic assistant. No, you're the one who gets things rotten. You be quiet. Oh, think you can that trick you always do at the office to me, Trucy? Jesus. Okay, behold. The wondrous magic that can make anything disappear. The magic panties. My magic panties are an extra-dimensional galaxy. Bravo, Trissy, bravo! Okay, but why do you always have to make my Athornis badges appear? Well, that's because out of everyone at the Bright Anything Agency, you're the one I get the best reaction out of. That doesn't make my poor badge feel any better. I'm trying to see on the thing there, because I can see the green-hatted guy. I can see Trucy. I see Mr. Hat, but I also see someone else. You see like the little gateway on the poster to the left? There's someone to the right there. Thanks again for inviting us, Trucy. Thank you for coming. You're sure packs a wallop. I nearly fell out of my seat when that dragon showed up. And when it attacked you, I was terrified, even though I knew it was all just a part of the show. Oh, that's good! Because that trick is the crowning glory of Act 1. I'm really glad you're enjoying this show. I heard your shows are completely sold out, Trucy. They say your fans were all over the tickets the instant they became available. Like hungry wolves after their prey. Sounds like you made a loyal pack of followers for yourself already, Trucy. But you two are the only ones who got a special VIP invitation for me. This is just a dress rehearsal for the performer staff and family and friends. General Probe? That's what they call it in Germany. The real show isn't until the day after tomorrow. By the way, are you going to finally do your magic pandas trick on stage after the break? Sorry to disappoint you, and disappoint anyone who came to just see my magic panties. But my next trick is completely new. I'm debuting it today. I must disappoint everyone about my magic panties. Like, alright, fair enough. Ooh, a new trick, huh? Are you gonna chop Apollo up in little lawyer bits? Funny. I don't recall ever agreeing to anything like that. Well, it does sound like a good idea. Today's trick is totally a new trope grammar original. The entire future of the trope is riding on the success of this special new trick. How so? This show is really important to me. It isn't like any of the other shows I've done. As a rightful heir of the trope grammar repertoire of magic, this show is my first chance to unveil the tricks I've inherited. I was right, so she did actually inherit the magic book of grammar, also called the lexicon. Sorry, I definitely cannot resist that one. Fucking called grammar, and they have a magic book. It's just a goddamn lexicon. Yeah, I have a poster of them hanging right over there. Yep, I'm trying to figure something out, because we already learned something that Trucy and Apollo are actually siblings. But I think they were from different marriages. But I know that Apollo has basically one of the bracelets that the mother has. The mother has the other one, she still has. But we cannot see it here. I don't think they're ever gonna figure that out though. Fuck, whenever they figure that, I would want to see that, because they would shit themselves. They have been like this for a long time and they don't even realize they're siblings. It feels like it had been ages since I've seen a picture of them. Troop Grammar was a group of magicians who dominated the magic world in their days. Trucy is the sole heir to Troop's entire repertoire of stage magic. Who's that guy in the green and purple on the left there? Oh, that's the great Mr. Ruse, the other magician in today's show. He used to belong to Troop Grammar too a long time ago. Hey, so tell us a bit more about the special magic you're going to reveal today. Oh, it's a secret Troop Grammar trick, left behind by my late granddad, the Magnific Grammar. I've never seen this been performed before, so it's the first time I'll be in the public. The grand unveiling, huh? I wonder she's been working so hard. Well, I better we get going. Where to? To practice my act, of course. The show's only a few days away. Really pushing yourself. Didn't you practice until late last night too? Yep, because everything's gonna be just right. Yeah, this is technically not a replay, but it's a memory, so Trish inherited all of Troop Grammary's magic tricks from her father when he died. And the Troop's entire legacy is now resting on her shoulder. No wonder she's feeling the pressure.
It looks like everything's going well today, though. I mean, that last trick was perfect. Oh, Grace the Pressure, that's me. After all, a true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. A true grammar is, Creed. It's hard to believe you're accomplished so much even though you're still in high school. To tell you the truth, I'm actually pretty nervous. Who wouldn't be? Oh, I bet this would do the trick. You'll be fine, Tracy. If anybody can do it, you can. Polly! That's just a boost I need. Thanks. Apollo's fine just as a way to really hitting you right in the heart and in the ears. Enough raging on my vocal already. Oh, hi, Bonnie. Oh, Bonnie. Oh, that's the other one we see there. It's almost time for the second act. Oh, okay, thanks. Well, Apollo, Athena, enjoy the rest of the show. Break a leg, Trucy. Oh, thanks, I will. Just saying I will sounds so bad. But yeah, that's the other one from the poster. Okay, Bonnie. I hope your new tricks goes well. Hey, this is Trucy we're talking about. She'll be fine. Huh? Oh, it was you. Performing magic is like walking a tightrope. There's always an element of danger. One little mistake can even cost you your life, you know. I wonder if she'll make it across today. And what do you mean by that exactly? Oh, nothing. Now, if you excuse me. I took the first best voice for her. I don't think it kinda works. She's gone? What was that all about? Judging by what she said, I'm going to guess she's probably a magician too. Oh, come on, Apollo. We gotta get back to our seats now, or we'll be late. Ow! Hey, stop pulling. Okay, let's see. It's time to move back to the stage. Alright, because we haven't really moved yet in this game. I do love how like one of the big things first and then like shows the small things. Hurry up, Apollo. It's about to start. I want to see Trucy's next trick is. Really wound up today, aren't you? Why don't you take your seat and try to relax? Oh, look, there's a TV reporter over there. With a TV camera and everything. Athena, sit down, you're blocking people's view. Sheesh. I feel like I'm babysitting here. Hello everyone, I'm reporting from the beautiful Penrose Theatre, where the public performance of Trucy's in Grammary Land begins in 2 short days. But today they're very kind to agree to give us a sneak preview. Isn't this exciting? Apollo, do you think I was on TV just now? How should I know, but if you were disgracing our entire agency, that's for sure. Hey, what the heck is that supposed to mean? Oh, here it comes.
Now, give up your dastardly ways! Huh? Over here.
Actually, well, that was a view. I think I actually just did the good voice there directly.
Come now, Mr. Hat. Offer the girl's life up to Mr. Rias and bring him back to life. What?
Just when and how did she make the switch?
You won't be reviving anyone today.
Alright. Wow, that was amazing. I had no idea how she escaped that coffin. I'm glad True's escape trick went off without a hitch. And when we open the coffin, like this inside, you see A dead corpse. Mr. Rias? But how? I wonder what's going on. He's not getting up. Two. There goes the dragon. What just happened? Oh man, an accident? Is like that guy dead? Wait, that's not a part of the act. Attention please, for your own safety we ask that everyone please evacuate the building. What's going on? Is Trucy okay? Outside everyone, evacuate immediately, please. Whoa, hey, stop grabbing at me. Trucy! I just realized, like, the things on the right here, the clock and the walking man. Ugh. Wait, I can't watch it because it is an optical illusion. The problem is it's a statue as an optical illusion, which doesn't work because it's... No, I'm gonna stop looking at that. Hey, what gives? Will somebody please tell us what's going on? Poor Trucy, I hope she's okay. Hey, here comes a staff member from before. Your attention please, we regret to inform you that today's show has been cancelled. What? I was looking forward to the rest of it. We're very sorry, but the theater is...
Hello there.
Yo, Maestro, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I hope you have a good weekend and a good day. But who knows? I just normally ask that. I feel like I kind of get the same answer, and I do understand. But that's just something I ask. But yes, we're playing some Ace Attorney here today, so apologies. We managed to fix the other one. Well, I'm alive. But how about you? I'm doing good. Played some Satisfactory, looking for work, and tried to figure out a headache of Foundry VTT. Because apparently I can't make people connect to my server, or more or less my like self-host thing. And it's a pain in the ass to try and deal with, because most people is saying like either do something with your router or do something else, but nothing works. So that's a pain in the ass, but I'm gonna have to try and figure that out. But yes, we might actually fix the first case. You missed the hippie, also called Love, Peace and Understanding, which apparently was his name. Apparently, he was a metalhead. I am not joking, he turned into a metalhead. We're very sorry, but the theater is on lockdown pending a police investigation. Excuse me, is it because of the accident? That man in coffin, is he... well, we're still trying to figure things out, sir. I can tell you that Miss Wright is fine. She wasn't injured, so please don't worry. Oh, thank goodness she's okay. But yeah, I can definitely say that that place isn't really the best. We actually was talking to the what is it? The Justice Minister. Let us easily say he wasn't happy about us interfering with getting to the truth. And yeah, to be honest, is that kind of guy that looks like a general who is at a casino. How dare they make a metalhead the culprit? Metalheads are generally really not damn nice. Oh yeah, I can agree, but not this time. I can definitely agree. I did actually say that when that guy mentioned a moss pit, that just reminded me of when they made a little own circle for a grandma to dance in the moss pit. I was absolutely adorable, so I absolutely understand that. But yes, apparently he murdered a guy because he had given away or lost the holy orb within the box. And when the guard tried to steal it, he realized that the box was empty because he is used to carry the box.
So, to make sure that no one realized that the only person who can open it had lost the thing, he basically had to silence him. So that was about it. But yeah, basically the justice minister looked like a general with a big ass cigar that likes to visit casinos. That doesn't sound good for someone that is meant to really do justice in a country. It looks more of someone that cares about the benefits you get from the work rather than doing the work itself. Hey, you there. Why do I feel like I've seen you before? Does this guy remember? Like, I feel like for somehow this guy... I'm gonna give you an offer you can't refuse. Kinda. But yeah, I basically had to give that away. So, yeah, he was just afraid that anyone would actually find the goddamn box, because no one can open the box except for one person, the one who did it. I don't know why, this guy Why does he have a coffee with legs and a bunny ass on it? Do you see that? Yeah, it is a bunny's coffee. Why was that one of the first things I realized? Please tell me you know where that is from. I have heard it. I feel like there's somewhere, but not that I can remember. I'm gonna give you an offer you can't refuse. I have heard it. It feels similar to something, but I can't figure it out. Either must have been from something I have seen, or it has just been something I've heard someone say from something they've seen. But unfortunately, I can't tell. Also, I think I just realized who this guy reminds me of. For some reason, my brain went Johnny Depp, the Godfather. Ah, I am not gonna lie, I have not watched The Godfather. So that would explain why I did not know that. That would explain it. Oh, it's Retins. Retins. Kinda look like Johnny Depp or RDJ. Hold on, I'm gonna search up what that is. But also, I don't understand why the first thing I kind of noticed with this guy, other than the face, was the coffee he held with a bunny's ass on it. And yes, there is a character in here called Bonnie, which is just a... Oh, Robert Downey Jr. Okay, as I said, I'm very bad at short, like making things shorter. Yeah, now I know exactly. Yeah, I can actually kind of agree. In a sense, it does, except for like the long ass beard. I would say it might be a mix between them. Okay, fuck. I just realized I'm gonna have to make a new voice. Accent, huh? Great, that's just great. That's all I need now. You have any idea how much money I've synced into this program? And you are... the man behind the scene, that's who. This is a fine kettle of fish, let me tell you. Johnny Depp already had a child, yeah. I would say so. I feel like it's like Johnny Depp with like how the beard works and a bit like with the eyes, but it's like Robert Downey Jr. Like Robert Jr. is basically like hair, a bit like how the face looks. So it's definitely like a mix with both of them. Spending all this gonna be a real pain in my posterior, believe you me. What am I believing? Spinning, as in covering it up. Look, I'm gonna get inside. Seriously, can a guy catch a break around here? I'm glad he's telling a lawyer that he's gonna cover something up. Well, there he goes. Why don't we go back to the office for now? I'm sure Trucy will call us once the things have settled down. Also, to more or less make people understand like how we got here, this is kind of like the same time as the other trial, or a bit after. It's just that we are in two different countries. So this is not like a before in the time or like after. It's just like Mr. Wright is away and they are still here. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, we don't need to go back. Also, can anyone figure out how they managed to build that statue to the right there? The triangle? Because I know what it is, but could you imagine actually try to build that thing without it being an illusion? That would be pain. Wait. Wait, what were we going to do? Wait, hold on. I missed something. Oh yeah, there we have Bonnie. And Mr. Rettins. Also, I had to search up the metalhead's name before because I felt like it was something with "and I standing," but it is not I standing. Apparently, his name is Peace, Love, and Understanding. And apparently, I didn't realize until today that our guide Albin Urguide eller Urgid is basically "I'll be your guide." I love the puns sometimes in this game, but for me to completely miss them is like, oh my lord, how? Okay, I'm just gonna check the theater. It's not really I can talk to her about anything. Since it's an illusion, it's not difficult to build. But if you build it like the illusion makes you perceive it, then that would be fucking possible. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What an odd building. The name Penrose Theater comes from the Penrose Triangle, an impossible object. Also, that's what that thing is called. But yeah, I know it would be impossible. That's the question why I have here right now is like, how did they build that thing? Because I'm pretty certain. Like, look at the kid. Even the kid trying to figure out how the hell this works. He's just standing there, like squatting down, just scratching his head like, how the fuck did they manage to do this? It's called an impossible object because it only exists as an optical illusion. An optical illusion. Uh-huh. Just like how that cube on the front of the building isn't really a cube at all. It isn't? Sure looks like a cube to me. It's just the way it's shaded. The dark and light parts make it look like it's just outwards towards us, but it really isn't. Could you stop doing that? I'm trying to make sure I can't see it. Like, it actually no, it can't just go up. It has to be cornered. For the love... Who made this building? And, oh my lord. It isn't. Please show me another perspective of this thing, because I'm getting a headache trying to figure this shit out. Come on, let's take a look in front over there. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, now I understand what you mean. Yeah, I've had one of those. What? You're right, that's so weird. Okay, yeah. I actually had a printout of a gargoyle with the same thing. So it was basically always looking at you, no matter where you stood. I put it in my parents' bedroom, and my father just went back and forth and was like, ew! Oh! Yeah, to build it in real life, you would not be connect everywhere. And looking at it from the correct angle makes the illusion work. But we have many similar things in real life where it looks weird, but it's all about angles, color, shades, and shadows. Yeah, I know. That's, for example, this thing, which is basically, it's not a cube outwards, it's a cube inwards. And not only that, I don't even think it's a cube at all, it's just a little more outwards. Now, do you get it? Kinda. I think so, it's kinda hard to tell. And now we go back to make it look like a cube again. Good lord, I'm gonna leave. Whoever made this place had a field trip. Like, dear lord. Right, anything agency? Nope, hello? It's news. I can't get hold of Mr. Wright. I wonder if something is happening to him in Kurain. Oh, it is directly while we're doing the trial. This is happening under the trial, I believe. Maybe he got caught up in some kind of trouble again, as always. Yeah, trouble drawn to him like iron fillings or to a magnet. Hey, Apollo, speaking of Kurain, they're showing something about it on TV right now.
There has been some surprising news coming from the Kingdom of Kurain. The country recently saw... Okay, this is after, not under. Apparently it's after. The country recently saw the defense attorney Felix Wright win a not guilty verdict. The first verdict of its kind in 23 years. Yes, because no one really questioned the who did the dead see? This guy, you are a murderer. Mr. Wright won a trial in Kurain? Lawyers are said to be highly disrespected in the Kingdom of Kurain. So Mr. Wright's win was an upset victory amidst entrenched hostility. Whoa, did you hear that? The first time in 23 years. Yeah, but was he doing it in court there in the first place?
Imagine the contractors building it. They would go crazy trying to look at that thing before it being done. Trying to see if there's any mistakes, and it's all just, huh? I don't fucking know. It's all like an acid trip. Yeah, exactly. Like, being like, I don't know, 60, like 70 to 90% done. And it's like, is everything alright? I don't know. I think so. It's like one of those illusions, you know, like when you have two mouths above each other and two eyes above each other, and you basically just feel like you're drunk or something because you look double. It's kind of like that. It's like trying to look and like, is something wrong? I don't think so, but I can't really tell. I thought he just went for a visit. So he was in some kind of trouble, just like we thought. Next, an update of the unfortunate accident that occurred in the Penrose Theatre. Hey, now they're talking about the accident on Truce's show. Famed magician, the great Mr. Reyes, was skewed with a sword and died on the spot. I feel like something is wrong, but I can't see if there's anything wrong. Yeah, exactly. Oh no. So he really is dead. Yeah, we saw it happen. And now here is the footage of that deadly moment. Who the hell shows that to kids? Or technically anyone. Okay, yeah, so this is basically the trick. And yeah, that's Bonnie. Bonnie the Bunny. And here we go. Let me guess, Wright's daughter, the magician girl, is in trouble. I'm guessing so. Mostly because the guy just went dead straight up here. Who the hell is having a trip just filming her right now? They didn't even manage to film the guy. They basically were like, oh my god, I can't stop looking at her face. What are you looking at, you bugger? Mr. Rhea's body is invisible in the footage, but there are still very shocking images. Magician Trucy Wright is reportedly still only a high school student. Could it be that this unfortunate accident happened due to a lack of proper training? Her proper training? She's basically on stage, which she has been for a long time. I'm pretty certain not. Did the young magician have enough experience, preparation, and knowledge? Some say that Troop Grammary should be held accountable for this accident. Hey, what kind of bias reporting is this? Jesus. Yeah, they're making it sound like it's all Truce's fault. Oh, we just received more breaking news. Oh my! The magician in question, Trucy Wright, is now under arrest for the charge of involuntary manslaughter. What? We will keep you updated as this unfortunate tale unfolds. Stay tuned. Okay, call it. Yeah. When I basically saw the girl stab the box and the guy just fell out, I was like, we're gonna have to defend you, aren't we? Oh, speaking of that, I just saw, like, there was a ghost game I saw someone play. where someone got haunted by a ghost. I don't know remember the game itself, but it's gonna be like a spoiler for a game I don't remember the name of. But basically, there was a ghost following you, and you basically just kind of went insane with it. But you basically went to your own apartment, and it was messed up. You got a knife, and basically, when the ghost came towards you, you stabbed them. And apparently, there was something like in the game, you went into prison for it. Because, well, what is it called when you don't deal with something? When you leave something for low. There's something called that. I don't remember what it's called. When you leave something to lay. What is the word for it? I don't remember, but technically, the way they just went into prison for self-defense. Let me guess. How did that manage to happen twice? Thanks, Twitch. Yeah, that just happened somehow. I was questioned about that. But yeah, for some reason, they basically ended... The person you played as ended up in prison just because you defended yourself from someone basically attacking you and went into your apartment. I think it was something... No, I think I remember the word now. I think it was something about negligence. Might have pressed up on the keyboard. Fair enough, actually. I didn't know you could do that. Yes, negligence. Thank you. I think it was that. It was something like they went into prison for negligence or something. I was like, huh? Even the guy that played the game was like, how did they end up in prison for this? They went into their own apartment. Someone came rushing at them, trying to attack them, which they were dressed up as a ghost. She managed to have a knife and just defend herself by stabbing them. Not like stabbing as in attacking, but basically, you know, like if you just hold your knife around your abdomen and they just run towards you and just runs into it. I was like, oh yeah. So apparently, they got into prison for that. Like, excuse me? Huh? Yeah, let's get down there and do the entrance right away. But before I forget, I think I jot a few things down about the case. I'll just open the court record with R and flip through the bottom tab, and there we go. So that was a very weird way. Like, we're talking about how bad they are in this game. That was like kind of worse. Like, oh, you just defended yourself from someone. Now you're going to prison for negligence. Like, excuse me? The fuck? I hope they can get Mr. Wright on the telephone, because I think he wants to hear this. Poor Trucy. What can we even say to her? Hello? That's at least a start.
Oh, Polly, Athena.
Trucy, are you okay?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Saw the news about the incident. I'm in Sweden. We can't defend ourselves here without getting in trouble. True. Actually, that's true. I can definitely say that was not Sweden. I don't know where that was somewhere, but it was not Sweden. But that is fair. That is actually a true statement there. Is there news about the accident on TV?
I guess I can't Houdini my way out of this one. I got the rest and everything. They say I'm the one that caused the accident.
But that's not true, right?
To be honest, I don't really know. I mean, I have no idea how an accident like that could have happened. The trick went off without a hitch, I'm sure of that much. Still, the police just won't listen to me. They're already decided that it was all my fault. I'm exhausted I'm exhausted after all their questions. Well, looks like she's been able to hang in there at least.
Yeah, she really is one tough cookie. And that's just something, like, I talked about this before, they still don't realize they're actually half siblings. They don't know they're step siblings, actually. I want some time for them to know this, but they're never gonna know this. I just realized that. We realized that in the first game. Apollo and Trucy here are step-siblings. Because Trucy is daughter for two of the Gamma Rays magicians. Basically the only female one in the troop and one of the guys. But apparently before them two, she was together with someone else. And she had Apollo. And we know that because Apollo has one of her 2 bracelets. She kept the other one. So they are technically siblings. They just don't know about it. And I'm pretty certain that Mr. Wright actually do know about it. I am not joking. I know you're tired, but can you tell us a little bit about the accident?
Yes, of course. Go ahead and ask me anything. I'll be fine.
All right. Also, their mother is still alive. Fuck, I just realized that. Well, realize, I remember it. For starters, can you help us understand what happened? In today's show, there was a dead body in the coffin. How did that happen? Was it some kind of accident?
I don't really know.
Wait. So they have the same mother. Truce's dad is right. No, not right. No. Truce's real dad is another one of the mages. Truce's stepdad is Mr. Wright. When basically the other father decided to vanish from the courtroom. Because he needed to apparently disappear for 7 years or something. And Apollo's dad is someone else. Yes. That is correct. We're gonna know a bit more about Apollo's dad, I believe, in this game. But that is basically the short of it. But yeah, Mr. Wright isn't her real father. Her real father is the guy you can see in... Wait, hold on. I can't show that now. But in their office, there is a painting of a magician. That is basically her true father.
The coffin was supposed to be empty when I opened it. But instead, Mr. Ria's body was in there.
Yep. They don't know about it because for some reason Apollo and the father, or just Apollo, had to be somewhere. They probably just divorced or something and Apollo left. And then after that, the mother had Trucy. But then they basically believed that the mother was dead or quote-unquote gone because she didn't have any memories left. But that is basically the sum of it. These two are actually like siblings. Well, not like step-sibling. I don't know what to really call it. Half siblings, step-siblings. Yeah, I would say that's kind of something. So, yeah. You basically learn about that in like the end of the first game. Second game, not so much about it. This game, a bit more about Apollo and stuff like that, but I just feel like I want these two to know. They never really know about it. It must have been a huge shock for you. And when the dragon piece fell down at the end, was that an accident too?
It must have been. I have no idea how or why that happened either. Nothing went the way it was supposed to.
Then how the fuck is Wright the stepdad? I don't remember enough from the first game, apparently. Because Phoenix, or Mr. Wright, tried to defend her father. But that was the time when he lost his attorney badge, because people believed he got himself some forged evidence. But the father apparently needed to disappear for 7 years. It was basically the guy he played card with as the first trial. But when they then when the real father disappeared, I don't know how or why, but basically Mr. Wright took care of Trucy after that, the magician, the real father, disappeared for a while. So that is how Mr. Wright is the stepdad, because he ended up taking care of Trucy after the magician basically bailed. And I think he basically disappeared for 7 years because he was technically... So it's not stepdad, it's... Yeah, adoptive father. Yes, sorry. I used the wrong word. Yes, adoptive father. Thank you. That's something that he mentioned before, but for some reason I just took the wrong word for it. But yes. Okay, now it makes sense. Yes. Me and grammar sometimes, not really working together.
I still can't believe Mrs. Rios is actually dead.
As tough as she is, it's only obvious to make it takes a toll on her.
But how did Mr. Rios' body get into the coffin in the first place?
Trucy, we need you to tell us the secret of the trick.
You know what they say, a magician never reveals her secret. But I guess I could make an exception this time.
Well, technically you're talking to family.
But if you ever tell anybody, I'll make you guinea pig for every single new magic trick from now on.
I would say that's a threat. We thought of one guy just died. Don't worry, I'm a lawyer, remember? Client confidentiality is a part of the job. Not only that, we work together. I have to see you every day, so I am gonna be frightened. So let's call this trick Trucy's Great Escape. How did you get out of the coffin?
Alright, here goes. I'll reveal the trick just for you two. Prepare yourself for an exclusive explanation of Magic Girl Trucy Wright. There is a secret trapdoor that leads down to the understage passage.
A trapdoor. So when did you slip down into under the passage?
Remember when Mr. Hat was on stage holding the sword to the coffin? Well, by then I already escaped from the coffin and was waiting on the stage. And while I was down there, I did several things to get ready for the next part.
Oh, what a technique.
Okay, so what happened next? Mr. Hat was quickly raised up to the catwalk by wire. There's a cushion up there that acts as a shock absorber when Mr. Hat hits it. Meanwhile, I'll pop back up to the stage through a different trapdoor. And voila! The switch is complete.
That means that while you were going up, someone were under the stage and basically just swapped the bodies.
I had no idea all of that was happening.
It's all about misdirection. If you know where to look and what to look for, it's often easy to spot the magic. Yeah, exactly.
I was convinced you were still in the coffin. That's what professional magicians do. They make their audience see something that really isn't there.
In other words, you make you see illusions, right?
Well, we call them misdirections. While we keep you busy believing in one thing, we're busy making something else happen. What we say is there really isn't, and what we say isn't there actually is.
I get it. It's kind of like a magical bluff.
But there's no escaping the fact that the victim's body was actually in the coffin. It wasn't empty like it was supposed to be. Yeah, that's the part I don't understand. The last thing in the world I expected to see there was Mr. Reyes.
Could you have climbed up in there by mistake? Should get back to asking Trucy about the accident. Can you tell us more about the victim? Who exactly is this Mr. Reyes? We said he used to belong to Troop Grammary, right?
Wait, you don't know the great Mr. Reyes is Apollo? He's super famous, it's all people talk about on TV.
Really? I just assumed he was one of Trucy's assistants.
Way to diss the dead, Apollo.
Yikes. So how did the two of you come to perform together, Trucy?
Well, like I said, he used to be a member of Troop Grammary. He was a protege of my granddad, the Magnific Grammary. So the TV station arranged for us to perform together this time because of that connection.
Did he continue performing as a magician after he left Troop Grammary?
No. He got injured while practicing for a show about 13 years ago. That's why he left the troupe. After that, he took a break from magic for a while. I'm pretty sure it's a recent thing. I'm getting in him getting famous again. I only started seeing him on TV again maybe last year. I had nothing but respect for Mr. Rios as a magician. Well, she's only been charged with manslaughter. I think it also was called accidental. Let's call it accidental manslaughter and not murder. My question is, was there any blood in the box? Or more importantly, any fresh blood? Good question. We didn't see because the big-ass dragon fell down. I can't tell you how sad I am that this happened. Can't imagine how traumatic it must be to have someone die during your big show. Oh, but hey! Don't worry, I'm fine. I have to stay strong for my fans. Whoop, you're lying. My bracelet is reacting. People tend to unconsciously tense up when they're trying to hide something. Manslaughter is accidental, so calling it accidental manslaughter is redundant. Fair enough. I know they just called it something that was similar to accidental, but it's like something else. But yeah, basically manslaughter. When I pick up their distress, the bracelet around my wrist starts to feel tight. So I guess this means that Truce is trying to hide something from me. I guess I'm gonna give my bracelet a tap. Tap my bracelet, taps my bracelet. Okay, I can see things others can't, the slightest twitch. And technically right now his eyes are basically bulging out of his head whenever he does this. Because people have basically been commenting like, holy shit, you're staring like a maniac. Yes, I can see all when I'm concentrating intensely like this. And when people are feeling nervous, they sometimes reveal certain habits to tell. I just shift my viewpoint around until I find Truce's. I would say the eyes. They're looking everywhere. Okay, I think I found her telltale. Now let's listen carefully to every word and see what she gets shifty-eyed over. You're not fine. Come on, Truce, you shouldn't know by now that you can't hide anything from me. And don't tell me that your bracelet reacted. Yep. And here I thought my smile was going to do the trick. Looks like I broke the first rule of being a magician. A true entertainer always keep a smile on their face, right? Well, you didn't really break that. I was basically just capable of seeing your eyes looking everywhere other than forward. I remember hearing you say that before. That's right. It's a grammar motto that my daddy used to say before he passed away. I'll never forget it. It's one of the few precious memories I have of him. You can't keep everything inside, Truce. You will burst. Why don't you tell me what's bothering you? I can't. If I did, you wouldn't believe me anymore. That's not true. As an entertainer, you believe in always keeping a smile on your face. As a lawyer, I believe that's important to me as well. This? I don't really have much to show her. You are Thorny's badge. A Thorny's badge that I would always believe my clients to the bitter end. That's the cornerstone of being a good lawyer. Mr. Wright taught me as much. In truth, you can't tell if someone is lying from their eyes. The people who can are rare as fuck, and it's not really about the eyes and more about intuition. Understandable. I would say this is kind of like an intuition. Nah, but I would say they just found something for this one, because some people, like in this game, there have been people that is basically like flickering around with their thumb, or they basically like swallowing very often, or like biting their tongue or something. It's like, this was basically just hers, but most of the times there are like many different things. Like, for example, Gavin's brother, whenever he tensed up, he basically on his forehead, basically his veins just became the devil. No, it was not his forehead, it was his hand. His veins basically just formed the devil's face.
That was the most ridiculous one I have seen. I was like, okay, what do I need to find? Holy shit, I just found the devil. So no matter what you tell me, I'm going to keep believing in you, Trucy. I'll ask you for you to have a little faith in me too.
Alright, thanks, Polo. Polo, something.
Okay, the truth. Tell me the truth.
Polo, what if I made a mistake?
What do you mean?
What if it really was me who stabbed Mr. Rios?
What makes you say that?
Well, in my escape trick I used both real swords and rubber swords.
You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the strongest potion. Why did I remember that now? Look, I just remembered one of Russian Badger's videos when they talked about the strongest potion. I just remember the face they used for that goddamn meme. Dear Lord. So I just had to. Now, I understand, even I do shit like that. Something just pops into my brain and just says it.
I switched the real sword for the rubber sword just before I stabbed it in the coffin. So even if somebody had been in there, the rubber sword shouldn't have hurt them. But Mr. Rios was found dead in the coffin. I know it just doesn't make any sense. No, I swapped the swords.
Absolutely sure.
Positive, I practiced that trick 100 times with no mistakes.
I remember very
clearly swapping the swords this time too. But could I have made a mistake this time?
Could you really have? Yeah, she has been doing this day in, day out. Oh, by the way, speaking of her father, that's her real father up there in the corner.
Maybe I really did kill Mr. Rios.
Trucy.
The worst possible mistake I could make. Such a horrific accident, right in the middle of my show. And yet all I can think about is sausages! Now that this has happened, Trip Grabber will get his performance right pulled. There'll never be another show. Everything my family worked so hard will be gone forever. And poor Mr. Rios had his whole life and a great career ahead of him. I ruined everything. I destroyed it all!
Oh, Jesus. Are we gonna have to slap you to reality or something?
Polly, I'm ready to pay for what I did. I'm going to hell!
Tracy, I don't think you did anything wrong.
You don't?
I've had one question going through my mind this whole time. Was this accident really your fault?
What do you mean?
I don't have any proof or anything, it's just... I don't think you ever made a mistake like that. Not only that, the coffin was supposed to be empty. Where did this body even come from? So like, oh yeah, I basically just stick this sword in here. I made a mistake and killed him. Are you sure it's meant to be empty? Like, sure, you might have stabbed him, you might not stabbed him, but the reason he's there is one thing that is not supposed to be. It's an inconsistency.
Apollo!
I saw how hard you worked on your tricks, staying up late every night to practice. And I know you always get everything picture perfect.
Nobody's perfect all the time.
Still, I think something else caused Mr. Rios' death, not any mistake of yours. After all, you're sure you swapped the swords, right?
Yes, I remember doing it. And I just know it wasn't your
Then I just know it wasn't your fault, Tracy. I did the wrong voice.
But how could you say that? We don't have any proof it was me. It wasn't me. I mean, I know you're a great lawyer, Polly, but... I believe in you, Trucy, and I believe in your skills as a professional magician. So I'm going to prove your innocence, don't worry. You're going to be fine! Apollo suddenly got very girly for a second there, yep. Oh, she's crying. Thank you, Apollo. Thank you for believing in me. I'm going to believe in you too. Good. I'm sorry, I need a tissue. Wait. How many tissues? Hold on. I've seen Trucy cry like this before. Also, I'm wondering how many tissues, because she's a magician. And I'm just expecting like a clown there for it to be like millions of them. She always seems so strong. Maybe sometimes she's just putting on a brave face. Still just a kid after all. God, I wish I actually just saw her pull a tissue out of nowhere just because. So, I have to ask to make it official, but will you let me defend you? Yes! I'm counting on you. I don't want to have to cancel the show on its opening day. Right. She seems fine now. She, on the other hand, doesn't seem fine. Yeah, unlike some other people. Oh. Well, we better get right into the investigating. Come on, Athena, wipe that nose and let's go. Excuse you, do you see any snot on my face, Apollo? Sheesh, talk about an emotional roller coaster. We'll need to investigate the stage at the Penrose Theatre, where the body was found. Yeah, I hope no one will try to stop us. If you go to the Penrose Theatre, can I ask you a favor? Of course, what is it? I left a very special notebook behind in my dressing room. Sure, we can pick it up for you. That notebook is really, really important to me. I don't know what I'd do if anybody read it. Is it your diary? Oh, I wonder what it is in it. No idea. The notebook is in my blue handbag on the table. It's a big and black. Oh, the book is. I got so confused because it said like, it's in my blue handbag on the table, it's big and black. Like, wait, excuse me, how is the blue handbag big and black? But no, it's the notebook that is big and black. And with that, I gotta go. It seems that it got me more questions for me. Alright, see you later, Trucy. So, should we investigate the stage first or get the notebook? Probably get the notebook, but I'm gonna do that next stream. I said before I might stream more, I might not.